YouTube, we are doing our Switch 2 very first power up. So we have it right now in the dock. We got a Switch 2 dock set up right there, just like that. And we have our Switch inside of it, our Switch 2 inside of it. We got our Switch 1 right behind there. And then we got our Aver 4K Media Plus that we're going to be working with using this. One thing that I'm a little concerned about with using it that way is that I don't know if the maximum graphics and resolution will go through that Aver Media box, because I don't think it was designed for that. I'm not entirely sure. We are going to start up. We are going to find out, and we are going to see what the Switch 2 has to offer us. Go through some of the menus, download the Mario Kart game, and do a little bit of playing of Mario Kart. I also wanted to see if we can download this other kind of gaming thing. It's a it's a look into the Switch 2, right, Kai, my boy?
Yeah.
There's like a program or a game that you can buy. What Kai was saying is sort of like Astrobot, and it kind of takes you through the Switch on the inside.
It's like Nintendo's version of Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, so we'll see what that's all about, I think, as long as it's something that we can get easily, and then do another video on that. But for right now, the very first time we're powering up the Switch 2 and playing it. We're excited about this. We haven't powered it on yet, and I am really interested in seeing what the menus and stuff look like. How are you thinking about it, Kai, my boy?
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Let's get started. YouTube, so here we are. We've got our Switch 2 Joy-Cons loaded onto the sort of classic controller. One thing that we wanted to say is the other day when we opened up our Switch 2, we opened it up and we got this sort of classic controller. And the other thing that we got from Best Buy, which was called a Joy-Con 2
charging grip,
that
actually charges them.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit different than this. So you don't get the exact same one. As far as what it does, it's the same thing. But it also can charge the controller because it has a small USB port on the top that you can plug in and charge while you play, which we don't find very useful, so we didn't keep it. We do have the kind of classic controller thing, which is okay. It's definitely not the most comfortable controller just holding it here. We're gonna power this thing on for the very first time. YouTube, so it's powered on for the very first time, and we get this menu here that says English, UK, Australia, English, France, so on. We gotta turn on our Joy-Cons, so both little lights need to be on. Very similar to the Switch if you've had one of those. And look at that. Oh, this is cool. We're gonna choose English.
Yeah.
US, because that's the primary language we speak.
Yes.
And we are in the Americas, and we have to view the user agreement. Okay, looks pretty good. If we don't agree, then we can't play the game, so we're just gonna push accept. Next, let's connect to the internet. So we're going to do some internet setups right here really quickly. And then once we get done with the internet setup, hopefully everything will be good and we'll be able to download our Switch 2 game, which is the Mario Kart digital download. This is going to download an update. So let's get started with that. Downloading an update. We are in the Pacific region. With Nintendo Switch 2, you can play games whenever you want, however you want. Okay, cool. You can adjust the stand to get the best viewing angle. We kind of showed you guys that when we were opening up the box. And then it says detach the Joy-Con controllers as shown. If you wanted to detach them, then you push those little buttons on the back like we showed you the other day as well. And you can view the attachment guide if you want to. We're not going to view that because we kind of showed that to you the other day. But it does give you a full tutorial, which is nice if you just purchased your first Switch ever, meaning if you never had a Switch before. And also if you just want to go through it because you haven't ever used a Switch 2 before and you just want to see what it was all about, you could do that. We kind of went through it all and made a whole video of unboxing it and checking it all out, connecting everything.
Choose a style, you can change it at any time.
If you wanted to use them in the classic controller dock, or if you wanted to pull them apart and use them in the other way, you could do that at pretty much any time. Only 1 minute until the system updates. I'm very excited about this. Comment, were you excited about this? The very first time we get to use a Switch 2.
Let's play some games.
We've had it for 1 day now. We bought it. We opened it, and now we are playing. Fortunately, Kai's out of school, so we get to do a lot more gaming over the summer, so we'll be able to enjoy that a lot more, and that's fun, because I love to play games with Kai, and I'm sure that you guys enjoy seeing the content. The system will restart once the update is complete. All right, there it goes, powered down. Hopefully it restarts and doesn't brick it, because that would be very disappointing for us, getting a brand new system, and then it bricks. I don't think that would happen, but, you know, I guess it's a possibility. I heard about some people that bought some Switch 2s from GameStop in, I I think it was New York. System update complete. The system has now restarted. We're gonna push OK. You can transfer data from your Switch to your Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, that's neat. Start system transfer, don't transfer, or about system transfers. Let's just click about system transfers. When you transfer systems, your data will be copied from one system to the next so you can easily pick up playing where you left off. To continue system transfer, after starting the process on the source system, select start system, transfer on this system. Next. The data that will transfer is all your use. Okay, so I guess we have to kind of do this. So we're going to kind of do all this stuff real quick and then see what happens. Alright, so we're going to start system transfer. We're going to click that one there. It says if you have a micro SD express memory card, insert it. You can use the inserted micro SD express card to store data for downloadable software, screenshots, etc. Only micro SD express cards which feature the mark shown on this image are supported. Other SD cards will not work. We're gonna have to go grab a micro SD card. So if you are starting your system up for the first time and you don't have one of these micro SD cards, you might wanna go out and get one before you start up your system or start playing with it. I don't have one of those micro SD card expresses, and it is a card that you definitely have to have if you wanna use it for the Switch 2. They are kind of expensive at this point in time, so you may wanna hold off. The good thing is that the Nintendo Switch 2 has a decent amount of space within the console by itself, and you don't need to have one of those to play. One great thing about Nintendo, they're always trying to make it so that you can play it right out of the box. We're gonna just skip this for now, and we are just going to sign into our Nintendo account. Sign into a Nintendo account, sign in with a QR code or other sign-in methods. We, for this particular process, are going to see what the other sign-in methods are, which come up to as your email address and password. So if you're interested in doing that, you could do that. You have two options. All right, YouTube, we're signed in. Move this system and source system closer together to transfer data. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to do that first. I've got my Switch here, my original Switch, the OG, not even the OLED. And we are going to put this close to that system and see what happens. In our original system, we have to make sure we go to transfer. So we're going to go over here to the system settings, and then you'll need to go down to data management and transfer your saved data. We should have a screen like that and like this. So I'm going to do it on my user account name. So we're going to update the system first. We're going to update the system on that Switch, and then we'll see what happens. The console will restart once it's complete. So we're updating the system on this Switch here, and then we'll be able to move it over to that one. So make sure you update all of your systems on all of your devices before you try this. It doesn't take long, but it would make the process go a little bit smoother. If you haven't got your Switch 2 yet and you're getting it soon, definitely make sure you do all those things before you get it. Get your SD Express card if you want one, and get your system up to date, your original system, your original Switch, and then when you get your new one, it will be very simple to transfer everything. All right. It's updated, so we're gonna push next here and see if this gets it. Bring the system close, done. It tells you right here on the thing, open the home menu, select system, system transfer to Switch 2. When you go through the menus on your Switch 2, it tells you exactly how to do it. But just in case, you're gonna take your original Switch, you go to system settings right there, just like that. And then it will bring up this home menu. We gotta go all the way down to system. It's at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Push OK. On this menu, we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You see the one there that says Switch 2 System Transfer? Can you guys see that right there? We're going to click that. The system data will be transferred to a Nintendo Switch 2 system. That's what it says right there. We're going to push next. Please wait. You can keep playing compatible Nintendo Switch software on Nintendo Switch 2 system. Some Switch games may not be fully supported or compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, and we will be checking out all the games that we have and doing a little video on that in the future. So stay tuned for that. So that way you guys know, if you're like, oh man, does this game work? Does this game work? We may not have all the same games as you, but we do have quite a few. So we'll find out on all the games that we do have. We're going to push OK. Make sure your Nintendo Switch 2 system is nearby. We're gonna push done. Please wait. Starting a system transfer, you agree to the following. All the stuff's gonna go over. Every single thing. It says save data for the following software will be removed from this system and transferred to the new Nintendo Switch 2 system. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Scarlet. Ooh, that makes me a little nervous. We're just gonna have to transfer and hope for the best, because there's a possibility that something could happen. Make sure you have a power adapter available. There it is, connected. Searching for the Nintendo Switch
Connecting
2.
the
It
Switch
found it. Start download. Let's hope that it works and that it doesn't get messed up, because if it does, that's gonna be very disappointing. All my game save data and my Pokemon are gone.
God.
Well, it says it's downloading data and it's gonna take a few minutes.
Calculating.
I'll let you guys know
time
when it's
left.
done.
Calculating. Time left.
YouTube, so it just restarted. Hopefully when it boots back up, everything will be kosher and we will have our Nintendo account data all transferred over to our Switch 2.
Ooh, Switch 2.
And then we'll be able to play our Switch 2. This looks pretty exciting. Well, actually, we might not be able to play it, but we're going to at least look through the menus, and then we will download our Mario Kart. So if you don't have a Nintendo account, I'm not exactly sure what you would be doing right now. You probably just have to start from scratch. It's fresh, brand new. On our old Switch, though, it says the data has been sent. Please wait until the process is complete on the Nintendo Switch 2, so don't do anything with this Switch until that happens. System transfer complete.
Downloadable software will be re-downloaded later.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Setup complete. Press the home button and go home. So it's the same home button that we have on our regular Switch. And there we are, YouTube. We are starting it up for the very first time, playing the Switch. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look, it transferred all the data, including Kai's account, which is nice.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. So it has a lot of little
Not a lot of.
bars down here, meaning the sort of loading bars. It's doing that on all of
I
these
think it's
things
doing
here.
downloadable content.
So it looks like the only game that we could play at this moment in time is the Minecraft Dungeons, or Cuphead, or maybe Mario Kart 8.
I think all the
Or
digital
Worm.
copies.
All the digital copies have to be
Or,
downloaded, but
yeah.
Scarlet's not digital. Oh, I guess we
Oh,
do have the download
yeah,
content area
DLC.
0, so that might. So basically, I mean, the Switch menu looks pretty much identical.
What's game?
Except for there is this thing called Game Chat, and that little C right there on the controller matches that Game Chat thing right there. So that's kind of interesting.
Is that how you talk?
I'm guessing that might be. Well, let's push it and see what happens. It opens
Ooh.
up this menu that says who will be using Game Chat, me or Kai. Well,
Him.
for now, me.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to do. Welcome to Game Chat. Let's get everything set up and ready to go. Okay, we're not going to go through the setup on that. If you want to set up your Game Chat, do that. Let's go to news. I just want to see.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh,
It's
there it
the
is.
best new world
Online
full
Switch 2 launch day games. Oh, let's see what games that are available. Launch day games. Mario Kart World, which we got. This is it right here. The Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. That is the one that I'm hoping for. Let's click it and let's see if it's interesting. So we're going to the Nintendo eShop. Hopefully we can learn a little bit more about it before we buy it.
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Okay, so the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, here it is. It's $10. Get an inside look at the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Take the Welcome Tour and discover how this system is much more than meets the eye. Walk around a virtual exhibition shaped like a giant Nintendo Switch 2 system. And look, touch, feel your way through the exhibits. Each area is designed to teach you about the technology that went into building the hardware, such as the sensors used for mouse controls, which is something that we are pretty excited about, and the mechanism that powers the HD Rumble 2 feature.
This sounds exactly like Astro's Player.
It does seem very similar, except for I don't know if you get to play with a guy and all that stuff. Maybe we'll find out if this seems like something that we're going to buy. Learn about basic features like magnetic connectors that keep the Joy-Con controllers firmly attached, and more about advanced tech details you might not otherwise notice. Uncover hidden facts, enjoy playful mini games and tech demos, and test your knowledge with quizzes as you explore the exhibits hall. Wow. So it says it's only one player. Interesting. Well, there's that thing that I was talking about. For $10, you could buy that. And then these are the other games. You can get Fortnite, which is a free download. So if you have an account for that, you can just download it. Street Fighter 6. You can get Bravely Default Flying Fairy, Cyberpunk 2077, Split Fiction, Sid Meier's Civilization, Hogwarts Legacy, Yakuza Director's Cut, Hitman World Assassination, Popoyo Tetris, Rune Factory. So there's quite a few games here. What I want to find out though is
Sonic X Shadow Generation.
how do we go and get our downloads to make our existing games compatible or switch to high def graphics or whatever it is. I want to find out about that. Oh, update
Upgrade
for
packs?
Switch 2. Oh, where's the upgrade packs? Where is that?
Oh wait.
Where? Find out which games are getting free updates. So let's look at that really quick. Which games are getting free updates?
Pokemon Scarlet and
Game
Violet.
list. Scarlet and Violet, both of them. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury, Clubhouse Games 5.1 Worldwide Classics. We don't have that. ARMS, we don't have that. Super Mario Odyssey, we do have that. Big Brain Academy, we don't have that. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, we don't have that. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, we don't have that. Game Builder Garage, and the new Super Mario Bros. Wii U Deluxe. So we have all of those. And it says if you want to purchase any of these games, just scroll down to the bottom of the article and click the link. So we have the games already.
Well, we have some.
And I believe these are all free updates, aren't they?
Yes, it said free updates.
Yeah, so we could technically get all of these a little bit later. But those are all the games you get free updates for. I know there was a couple other games too that had some updates that you could pay for. I don't see that in here, so I'm not really sure where we're going to find.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not really sure where we're going to find that. Let's try and go to the eShop and see how that is. I don't know if you guys remember, but the old eShop was very, very slow. So we're hoping this one's a little bit better. Yippee! Okay, so I don't see anything in here that says like upgrade pack, unfortunately. But I guess we can push search here and we can try and see if we can search for upgrade. Oh, here, upgrade pack. Look, there it is. It's a pretty common search, I'm guessing, at this moment in time. Because a lot of people are getting their Switches. They're putting their accounts on.
Ooh,
They're like,
here we
what am I supposed to do? Okay, so Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. We have that game. We've never played it. I've never played it. I bought it. I've never used it yet. Then there's an upgrade pack for that, $10. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I did play that very briefly. I also have that game, $10. No Man's Sky. Don't have that. Final Fantasy Life. Or Fantasy Life. Don't have that. Sidemeier Civilization. No. I thought Sidemeier Civilization they were saying was free in that last one, didn't they? Or maybe no. That was one of the ones that was released. Okay. So what else do we have here that we could get an upgrade pack for? Oh, Super Mario Party. We have that. But that's weird. It says upgrade pack. You have to pre-order it, and it's $20. Whoa. Then Pokemon Legends ZA. The upgrade pack for the ZA Legends. Now, we don't have ZA, but
I don't think it came out yet.
I did place a pre-order for it. So stay tuned for that. We're definitely going to get that. I ordered directly from the Pokemon website. I put up a short about that. So I'm pretty excited about that. We ordered one of each. We ordered one for the regular Switch and one for the Switch 2. And the reason I did it that way was because I had a question about whether or not there was going to be an upgrade pack. And if you can play the Switch 2 version on the regular Switch. Because that would be a little bit disappointing if you couldn't. Which I don't know if you can or not, but apparently if we buy the Switch 1 version, then we can just pay the $10 and upgrade it to Switch 2. And I think that's probably the way to go. That way you can play it on both. Oh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, we have that game too.
Why is it $20?
I know, it's $20 to upgrade that. That's crazy, but I guess it's better than having to buy the whole new game.
That's true.
What else we got under here? They're all in alphabetical order, so that's kind of nice. Oh, Sonic X Shadow Generations, we have that. And I guess there's apparently an upgrade pack for that, maybe? It says it's, what, $12 possibly?
Yeah.
And what else we got? I think that's about it as far as upgrade packs go for games that we have anyways. Alright, well that's cool. At least there's a few games that we have that we can get upgrade packs for.
Minecraft.
We're going to close the Nintendo shop and then we're going to head back out here. Alright, so virtual game cards, system settings, sleep mode. It's downloading their things for here. So we got Undertale downloading, Scarlet downloading, and all that. So now that we've done all that, I think it's time that we get our Mario Kart bundle downloaded. So to do that, we have to scratch off this little scratch off section here, and then we have to enter our code. And the place that we enter our code is it what?
Do we need a penny?
Yes, we do need a penny.
Okay,
So the way we do that is we go up to our shop here. Nintendo eShop, we click that, I believe, and then we're going to go over here to redeem code, right here at the bottom, enter code. And we will put our code into there. So we're going to get that done, and then we're going to start
I got a penny!
Nice. All right, you two, so we enter our code, and look at this, confirm content to redeem. So we have to agree, we're going to push redeem. It says it might take a moment, and there it is. Thank you for purchasing your Mario Kart World And now we're just going to go to close.
Close.
And it's going to download our games. So this is a virtual game
game
card.
card
Virtual
added.
game card added. About virtual game cards. Some digital software and downloadable content will include a virtual game card when purchased. Once loaded, the game icon will be added to the home menu and you'll be able to play that game. To see your virtual game cards, check the home menu. Okay, so we're going to push OK here. We got our game card in there. And now we can go over here to see our virtual game cards. And there they are. So we got Mario Kart World. We got Namco Museum and some others here.
Overwatch 2.
It's downloading. So once it downloads, we will start the game. We'll see you guys in a little bit after it downloads.
Yeah.